Good afternoon. So now we are back. I hope all of you are fine. So we are talking about ancient India. We have discussed ancient India and we will talk about ancient India now. So we are talking about the Harappan civilization. Harappan civilization. And we started talking about the religion of Harappan civilization. I told you that they were nature worshipper. We wrote something about that. So they were nature worshipper. They worship direct form of nature. They were nature worshipper. They worship direct form of nature. They worship direct form of nature. People, neem, snake, water, earth, everything was worshipped. And then I told you that Mother Goddess was very common to them. Mother Goddess was worshipped. They were phallus worshipper. Phallus worshipper. They worship genitals of male, female. So phallus worshipper was also very common mode. Phallus worshipper was also very common mode of worship. They worship genitals of male and female. So phallus worshipper was very common mode of worship. We don't find the evidence of temples in Harappan civilization. No temples was found. There was no structure as such called temple in the Harappan civilization. So no temples was found. No temples was found in the Harappan civilization. But in Mesopotamia, in Sumeria, we have found so many temples. Unfortunately, this is a shift. They removed temples and now we started temples. So we don't have the temples in Harappan civilization. But why we don't have? Historians said that because the religion was very private affair. So religion was private affair, and it was not demonstrated in public. Religion was a private affair and it was not demonstrated in public. Religion was private affair and it was not demonstrated in public. In Harappan civilization, it's not like that you have a DJ and then you have a Kamar Yatra, these type of things is not there in the Harappan civilization. Don't play the DJ and then keep religion there at home. So we don't have evidence of temples in the Harappan civilization. They believed in ghost. Ghost, evil spirit. They believe in ghost. So in order to protect themselves from the ghost, they wear large number of amulets. So amulets was very commonly used by them. they wear large number of amulets. It was very commonly used by them. So they wear amulets, and suppose they came out of the house and they forget wearing amulets. The impression was like that they would not return back to home. So such kind of thing was very common. So they wear large number of amulets to protect from the evil spirit. To protect from evil spirit. So ghost, they believe in ghost. Believe in ghost. So protect from the evil spirit. So this is capital letter. This is capital letter. So protect large number of amulets and to protect it from evil spirit. They worship fire altars. Fire altars. You understand fire altars? Fire altars is like that. We have a Havan Kund. Havan Kund mein hota na fire altars. That you give fire oblation. So they worship, they had fire altars. From many Harappan sites, we have the fire altars. So fire altars was found from Lothal, Kalibangan, Lothal, Kalibangan. So Lothal is in Gujarat, Kalibangan is in Rajasthan. So from these two places we have the fire altars. So simple meaning is that. The simple meaning is that these Harappan peoples, they worship Mother Goddess also. They worship nature also. They don't have temples. They worship direct form of nature. But they had a fire oblation kind of thing. Fire oblation kind of thing. Okay, so Lothal was the place where we have the fire altars. Okay. Burial practices of the Harappan civilization. Burial practices. Means after death treatment. Even today, whenever you bury the dead body or you put on the funeral pyre, आप लगते हैं आग जलाने के लिए, then you always put body in north-south direction. That means the head pointing towards north. So burial practices, the head always pointing towards north. Head towards north. This is the common feature in modern days also and Harappan civilization also. So there are three types of burial practices. Three types of burial practices. Three types of burial practices. Complete inhumation. Complete inhumation. Complete inhumation so body was put in the north-south direction and then grave was dig and you put the body and put the soil. Like today you bury the dead body. So complete inhumation, this is the common ways that body was put in north-south direction in a grave and then putting the soil. This was a very common feature among many Harappan sites what we have seen. So complete inhumation. Complete inhumation. So body was put in north-south direction. Second was partial inhumation. Partial inhumation. So partial inhumation is a very rare, but in Harappan civilization it was there. So partial inhumation means after person died, then you put the dead body in open field for some days, and the beast animals, they eat it, and after the beast animals eat it, then you can see that whatever after few days, whatever the left portion was there, you just go for the treatment. So this is called partial inhumation. Generally, what is the partial inhumation? That dead body was put in open field, and the beast animal, they eat it, and after some days it was buried. Whatever the remaining portion was there, it was buried. So it was buried. It was buried. The partial inhumation. Partial inhumation. After some days it was buried. Third, pot burial. Pot burial. So after burning, you collect the ashes. You collect the ashes in a pot. Mostly Hindus, they do that. They collect the ashes in a pot, and then you put the dead body, put that pot in water or put under the ground. So these three mode of the worship was there. One was the complete inhumation, burying the dead body completely, then partial inhumation, and third is the pot burial. So these are the three burial practices taken by Harappans at that time. Three burial practices was taken by Harappan at that time. So Harappan civilization had so many features. Now after studying all these things, let us talk about some important cities and its structure, some important points you need to remember. So like I told you, there are 2000 sites in entire Harappan civilization. The 2000 sites were there. So out of the 2000 sites, some are very important. So like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, so some are very important. Mohenjo-daro. So Mohenjo-daro, this is located in Sindh. This is located in Sindh at the bank of river Indus. at the bank of river Indus. So this is located in Sindh at the bank of river Indus. Mohenjo-daro. At the bank of river Indus. This is largest site of Indus Valley civilization. This is largest site of Indus Valley civilization. Largest site of Indus Valley civilization. Largest site of Indus Valley civilization. Mohenjo-daro. It was a capital city. Capital city. Capital city. So as usual, you know, all the Harappan sites had two divisions. All the Harappan sites had two divisions. I told you that structure of the city was same, citadel and lower town. Citadel and lower town. Citadel, it was fortified. Fortified and in between the city there was a great bath. Great bath. So great bath, it was like a water reservoir. So great bath in between. It is found from Mohenjo-daro. I am talking about the city Mohenjo-daro. So in between the city there was a great bath. And what is the use of this great bath? It is for ritual. For ritual. That means on a particular day, there was a common bathing system. The people of Mohenjo-daro, they come and they take the bath and thereafter they go away. So, great bath, it was for the rituals. Rituals. So, there was a process of common bathing system in the Mohenjo-daro people. Here we have great granary. Granary, you understand? Let me write in the capital letter. My many students normally granary. Granary. Granary where you store the grain. So great granary. Here we have assembly hall. Assembly hall. So there are many big and significant buildings you can find at Mohenjo-daro. There is a many big and significant buildings we can find at Mohenjo-daro. So people of Mohenjo-daro were very important site, and this is the largest site of Indus Valley civilization. Rakhi Garhi is under excavation right now. The excavation yet to complete, but definitely it is emerging as a largest site. So let the final outcome come with the provision of NCERT, ICHR, then we will tell Rakhigari. Right now, the established fact is that Mohenjo-daro is the largest site. Right? So nothing to worry about. Let the final outcome of the entire city get excavated, and then definitely it will come out as a Rakhigari as the largest. It is in Haryana, but officially it is Mohenjo-daro. So great bath, rituals, Lower Town, these are the things. Many things we have found. We have already discussed that. What are the things we have found from Mohenjo-daro? Like we have the statue of a priest. I told you during the art and craft that what are the findings came from which place, and then I told you that this is the statue of priest, what I was talking at that time. Look at this priest, how fashionable he was, and upper lip shave, and then French cut beard. Look at the position of shawl. Shawl he is wearing from one shoulder to another. So he is a very fantastic priest. This is layout of the city of Mohenjo-daro. Look at how big it is. It is there in the Pakistan. So normally Pakistani government, what is their priority, you understand? But excavation coming out with a very, very revealing fact, fantastic fact that you come across with. Fantastic fact is there. Okay, so Mohenjo-daro. Then we have a city, Harappa. Located in Pakistani Punjab on the bank of river Ravi. Pakistani Punjab on the bank of river Ravi. Pakistani Punjab on the bank of river Ravi. It was also very developed site. It was also very developed site. So same structure is there. Same structure is there. Citadel and Lower Town. Citadel and Lower Town. Same structure is there. Citadel and Lower Town. So before we enter in the city, there was a cemetery. Cemetery H. Cemetery, you understand? Where the dead body was buried was called cemetery. Right? So we have found many cemeteries. Many cemeteries. And cemetery H culture, we call cemetery H culture. So there are many dead body placed in the open grave, means there is no coffin. The grave was dug and then body was put and soil was put there. And each grave we have something like some utensils, some copper implements, bronze implements, ornaments. So we found many things from there. So this is something like life after death. So life after death means what? That life after death means that this person who died will born again and then will use the same thing again. So this is called cemetery etch culture, right? So cemetery etch we have found from Harappa. This is a place where we have found the cemetery culture. Then in this Harappa city, there is another big cemetery called Cemetery R37. Cemetery R37. Cemetery R37. So Cemetery RH, Cemetery R37, these are the new things that you can see. Cemetery R37, why it was named R37? Look, in entire Harappan civilization, we have big cemetery. But cemetery is an open grave, means you dig the grave and then put the body and then put the soil. Out of the entire grave, there was one grave where we have found the coffin. Coffin, this is very unique. In Mesopotamia, we can have coffin. We have, in Egypt, we have coffin. But in Indus Valley civilization, we don't have any coffin. So only coffin we have from there. So when we open the coffin, we found the skeleton of a lady. And in that coffin, there were 37 copper objects. A daily uses object was there. So this is the reason why it is called R37. I think that this lady might came from Mesopotamia, and after coming to here she died, and then she was buried. Maybe ambassador of Mesopotamia in India, Prime Minister of Mesopotamia in India came and died. Mesopotamia means Iraq, right? So this is a cemetery R37. My dear student, listen one. Emergency, I wanted to talk to you. Listen very carefully, all of you, that I need a very short break for 20 minutes around, 20 to 25 minutes around. It's an emergency situation is that, right? So now it's 2:32. I will back you at 2:55. 2:55, we will resume the class. This is a very urgent issue, so you can understand the situation. To 2:55 p.m. I will back to resume our class again. Okay. So meanwhile, I will put the point break here. So all of you, I hope, had listened the thing, and everybody. So we are taking the time slightly for the emergency break. 2:55 p.m. I will be back to your class. So meanwhile, please give me some time. I'm just coming into the system. Okay.